Hello, everybody. Welcome to Connecting the Dots with Chewy, where we explore the paranormal, the unexplained, and the forbidden. Today, we're going to talk about a NASA scientist who mysteriously died without any cause of death listed or an autopsy. And this follows other 8 scientists who have gone missing in the last few years, questioning if it's part of a bigger plot or if it's just a coincidence they all have gone missing. A lot of them have worked on the same research projects and have researched UFOs, planets, space, nuclear programs. So this is sparking questions about whether he was part of a pattern. So let's start at the top. Michael Hicks, who worked on MIRAD of NASA space science missions, died in July 2023 at the age of 59. He worked at the California Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, from 1998 to 2022. He assisted on the DART project, the Near Earth Asteroid Tracking Project, the Dawn mission, and the NASA Deep Space One mission. So yeah, he was a NASA research scientist and basically worked on deflecting asteroids from Earth. Okay, he died, and then Monica Reza, JPL's former director of Materials Processing Group, disappeared in June 2025 while hiking and still has not been found. Another person that went missing, retired Air Force General William Neal, also disappeared on February, walking out his Albuquerque, New Mexico home without his prescription glasses or phone. Another JPL astrophysicist, Carl Grillmeyer, was murdered on his front porch in February, and Frank Maywald, another JPL scientist, died on July 2024 without any explanation. Maywald was a longtime coworker of Hicks. 2 nuclear workers at the Alamos National Laboratory vanished from their homes in 2025 under a mysterious circumstance. Anthony Chavez, a longtime worker at the lab, and Melissa Casillas, an administrative assistant there, were last seen leaving their homes without critical personal items like their wallets or phones. Boston fusion energy researcher Nuno Laredo was killed at his home December 2025 by former classmate Claudio Neves Valente, who was from Portugal. Lastly, pharmaceutical researcher Jason Thomas was found dead in Massachusetts Lake last month after also disappearing several months earlier. Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Secker recently told Daily Mail, in quote, "You can say all these are suspicious, and there are scientists who have worked in critical technology." A Sucker claimed that multiple foreign intelligence services, including enemies and allies of the U.S., have been targeting Americans using secrets of nations to do for decades. He quoted, "China, Russia, even some of our friends, Pakistan, India, Iran, North Korea, they target this type of technology." Now, they might be blaming our enemies or our allies for this, but I don't know if they all went missing. I don't know if any other nation can breach America that easy. I don't know if they can come in here and just disappear 9 scientists at their will. I think it might be like an inside project. They've been working on UFOs, some special weapons, nuclear research. You never know what they can find. You never know what these people found, or maybe whoever got to them, they might be afraid of them turning into whistleblowers and maybe exposing things that they want to keep secret. So they had to take all of them. And it's funny because all of them have like basically no autopsies. All of them went all of them mysteriously disappeared out of their homes with nothing on them. They haven't been tracked. Nobody's looking into this. Nobody has found anything. The media doesn't talk about this. No well-known like media outlet has brought this up to light that much. I didn't even know until I started doing the research and found a couple articles. I found some information on TikTok, information on Instagram, pages who actually divulge critical information that we should all know. Yeah, so let's start at the top. Carl Grimmer is at the top. He's a scientist working on infrared telescopes. Grimmer's work was to found planets with water. He worked at the NASA JPL, and that connects him to Frank Maywald. He's a top scientist who basically looks for alien life on other planets. And from there, that's Michael David Hicks on the side, who was a NASA scientist, worked on deflecting the asteroids from Earth. Those 3 found dead. JPL for NASA. Then a director of materials processing groups, Monica Reza, went missing. Then the person who was founding NASA JPL's whole group and operation was the AFRL right person AFB, which he went missing, which was William Neal McCasland. He oversaw the funding for the Reza's project, which is Monica Reza, who went missing also. William Neal gets connected to AFRL, the Kirtland AFAB. He oversaw the research at the base. He was the overseer, and that connects him to the Los Alamos, which two employees went missing. So in Los Alamos, it's basically nuclear research and more important stuff like that, more secretive government stuff. Two of their employees went missing, which is Anthony Chavez and Melissa Casillas, administrative assistant. Both former employees until their retirement in 2017. Now let's go over how these people went missing. Jason Thomas went missing in 2025. Months later in a lake, authorities say no foul play. Personal struggles may have been involved. Then we have another former killing involved Nuno Laredo, a respected physicist. Police believe he was shot by someone he knew, and the suspect later died by suicide. So that tells you, like, if you're gonna kill somebody and you kill yourself, it's somebody doesn't want information to get out. So obviously, if you take care of somebody for them, then you're next. I mean, even if they offer you money or whatever it is, even investigators said they have not linked incidents to his research. Anthony Chavez disappeared, which he worked at Los Alamos. His car and his personal items were found at the home, and authorities have not determined what happened yet. So again, nothing's being done about this. Melissa Casillas vanished in 2025 after leaving her home with her belongings left behind. Again, just got up and probably was told, hey, come with us now. Surveillance footage shows her walking alone, but no further clues have emerged. Again, nothing's being done. In another case, Frank Maywell died in 2024. His cause of death was never publicly released, which is added to the speculation of this whole thing about this foul play that may or may not happen, even though authorities have said there is none. And Carl Grimmer was shot dead at his home. Police caught the suspect, but no link is really, they say that there's no link between his death and his scientific work, and they say it looks like a random crime. Then there's William Neal McCasland, a retired Air Force general tied to advanced research programs. He disappeared in 2026 and has not been found. So what do you guys think? Did they find something that we should know? Was it alien technology? Was it alien life forms? Because if you guys remember, Bob Lazar worked at Los Alamos, and I'll make a video about this later, but he basically divulged the information about Los Alamos and what they were doing, and that he was working on, I think those 3 UFO crafts and trying to back engineer them and learn the alien technology and see if we could use it to our advantage. I think he was one of the first whistleblowers. I think he worked there in like the 80s, and he came out on the Joe Rogan show, all these other podcasts saying, I did this. Element 115, he said there was an element on the periodic table called element 115, which he said it was like alien technology, basically. So what do you guys think? I'm grateful I brought this to light because, the media doesn't cover this. 9 scientists go missing, nobody does anything about it. And it's not like random scientists. All these people work at the same kind of like the same things. NASA, JPL, Los Alamos, nuclear, aliens, UFOs, technology. All this is connected some way, and somebody doesn't want any of this information to come out. Somebody strategically took all these people out. I mean, and this is kind of like the risk you take when you work with these people. Kind of like you probably get paid really well, you probably get everything you want, but it's high risk. It's like once they're done with you, they're done with you. And if you find something and they think you're gonna whistleblow, you might get taken out. So let me know what you guys think. Check in the comments. I will be posting more videos around this. I will be posting a Bob Lazar video. I will be posting a John Mack video. People you guys should really know about until this, so you guys get to know a little more about them, about this whole, alien research technology stuff, people behind this. Thank you, everybody. This was Connecting Dots with Chewy, where we explore the paranormal, the unexplained, and the forbidden.